Thank you.
Michael Facherty, thank you so much for joining us at the Chennai Storytelling Festival 2022. Please tell us a little about yourself and your work, and please tell us a story.
All right. Thank you, Eric. I'm quite an old man, 71 in May, and I love listening to stories, and I now tell stories as well. I'm retired. I used to work in an office. Now I'm retired, which gives me time to develop my stories and to tell stories. And if I may, I'll tell you a story now.
Please do.
It's the celestial hare. In the beginning, there was darkness across the earth and a void above. Then sun and moon came into being, and there was light. And sun and moon travelled the skies together as husband and wife. And there was light on the earth and light in the skies. As happens, they had a child, a daughter, and it was a hare. And sun called her daughter to her and said, "Beloved daughter, I will give you 2 gifts. I will give you your name. You shall be Celestial Hare. And I will give you fur of gold and silver." And Moon spoke up and said, "I also will give you 2 gifts. I will give you life eternal with us in the sky. And I give you the power that wherever you place your foot, you will create a star." Excuse me. And sun, moon, and celestial hare lived together for the longest time. If you look out on a clear night, you can see how long they were together by the sheer number of stars in the sky. And they were happy. And all this time, celestial hare was growing up. And eventually, Sun said to her husband, Moon, "It's time we found a suitable husband for this daughter of ours." And Moon said, "If you like, dear, yes, yes." And they started looking at all the possible suitors. Meantime, I'm so sorry. Hare didn't know this was happening, and she was just full of joy. She was so happy living with her parents in the sky. And she sang her song of joy, and it was so beautiful. It was a wonderful, I couldn't do it justice. And her parents could hear her singing, and they were happy. They were so happy that she was happy. But they weren't the only people who heard the singing. Down below, Earth heard the singing, and Earth looked up, and for the first time, he saw celestial hare, and he was smitten. It was love at first sight. And he knew he'd never be worthy of her, and he sang his own song, a song of longing and love and regret. And celestial hare heard his song, and she looked down for the first time and saw Earth. She too fell in love. And her song and his song, they blended together to make the most beautiful song. Good luck for you. I'm not even going to try it. And she went to her parents and she said, "I am in love." And Sun frowned. Said, "What do you mean you're in love? We haven't even chosen a husband for you yet." And Hare looked at her and said, "I'm in love." And Moon said, "Listen to your mother, my lovely daughter. We haven't picked anyone for you yet. You can't be in love." And Celestial Hare looked at him and said, "Father, I am in love." Sun got really angry. "How can you be in love? We will tell you who to love." And Moon said, "Your mother, listen to your mother. Please listen to your mother, daughter." And Hare simply said, I am in love. And Sun said, who do you love? And Hare said, I love Earth. This made even Moon angry, and Moon said, you love Earth? That clod? He gives no light. How can you love Earth? She said again, I'm in love. And Sun said, I forbid you to be in love. And Hare said, I am in love. Sun said, then I will take away your gifts that I've given you. You'll just be hair, not celestial hair. I'll use to have a scruffy brown coat instead of a coat of gold and silver. And Hare shook her head. And Moon said, I'll have to take your gifts away as well. You will no longer live in the sky with us forever. And you will no longer have the power to create stars. Think well, my love, think. And Hare simply said, I am in love. Since you feel this way, I will go and I will live on Earth with my love. And she left them. And Moon was deeply sad. Sun was still angry, but Moon was very sad. And Earth went down to live with her lover. Hare went down to live with her lover Earth. And they were happy. She had some sadness because of her parents, but they were happy, really. And eventually Moon's sadness overcame him, and he sneaked down to Earth to visit Hare. And he found he still loved her, she still loved him. He said, I cannot give you back your original gifts. I cannot give you life eternal. I cannot let you create stars. But I will give you a very, very long life. And wherever you put your paw, you will create daisies and dandelions and wildflowers. And you only have to look around in the spring and you can see how long a life he gave her, because everywhere there are dandelions and daisies and wildflowers. She had a wonderful life. And before Moon went back to the sky, Hare ran and hugged him, and he hugged her to him, and he hugged her so tightly that the mark of her stayed on his skin. And when he returned to the sky, Sun saw the mark. And if she was angry before, she was incandescent now. She flamed up at him and called him names, and he ran away. And he didn't dare face her. And every night he would look toward the sun and then keep moving away. And every day she would move after him. And that's why we now have day and night, because the moon is too scared of the sun to stay with her. Hare, she's dead now. But we have all the young hares, and all the young hares of the young hares, and all the young hares of the young hares of the young. There are many hares, just as there are many flowers. And it's all thanks to the moon giving Hare the longer life.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm telling a story. I'm in the middle of a story. Oh,
It was funny that the character called the Earth a clod.
yeah.
We're
I
living.
sometimes
Go ahead.
I sometimes say a sublunar clod, meaning sort of a clod below the moon, but
Mhm.
that feels clumsy, so I decided to drop sublunar.
Mhm.
But yes, it's a clod of Earth.
And the celestial hare just kept saying, I'm in love.
She was. She
I'm
was
in
in love with
love.
Earth. Mm.
What did she see in Earth?
I think she may have fallen in love with his voice initially. His beautiful song. Who
Oh,
knows?
mm-hmm.
She's never told me.
Maura?
Mike, if you say she's never told me, that's exactly the impression I got. You're on on very close terms with her, and I'm sure I've heard that story before from you a while ago, and I don't know. I never had that experience. Okay, normally I go, okay, I know this one, and it wasn't like that at all, because the way you tell is like, it is happening now, it's reality, and uh, I don't know, maybe at my old age I get a glimpse of that stories have a different reality than what we call real, but it's just as valuable and as close and meaningful, or maybe quite a bit more than what we perceive as reality. And I really got sort of the goose pimples when you had hair hugging the moon, and I thought, okay, next time I look up, I'll definitely have that story in my mind. I really loved the way you told it. Thank you.
Thank you. Gustavo asked if it was a native story of some ethnic group. It's a blend of stories. It's an English gypsy tale of the sun, moon, having their daughter Hair who comes to Earth, and there's
Oh,
Japanese tales, Mexican tales about the shape of the hare or the rabbit in the Mexican version on the moon and being visible, and sort of the story blends them together, and then um,
a beautiful
Jackson.
blend.
Sorry, Gustavo.
A beautiful blend. It was a very beautiful blend. Really.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay, well, anybody else? Any thoughts, comments, questions? Okay, thank you, Mike.
Thank
That
you.
was wonderful.